welcome back to Acceleration of Suguri. Let's play some arcade mode. Standard arcade is a mode where you have to fight all of the characters who were bosses in Suguri. The exception being if you yourself are one of the bosses, then Suguri appears in your place. So to start, we are going to play as Iru. I'm going to try to talk about each character's strengths and the quality of their matchups in each of these fights. So, Iru's strength is long range, no doubt. She likes to stay away from her opponent and pepper them with bombs and relatively fast-moving lasers. In exchange for these strengths, she has literally no melee attack. Someone gets up close, the best she can do is hope to repel them away. She does this in the form of these traps, these electrical traps. Little orbs with electric energy fields around them that if someone is silly enough to dash into, they are stuck and take constant damage until the trap either expires or they get out of it. Best way to get out is by shielding, probably. In this matchup, Saki is being a little relentless. In this matchup, I would try to keep my distance. Both of these characters like to operate at a distance, but Iru's definitely got more means of direct attack than Misaki does. So this is a matchup that I would say that Iru wins, and that's going to be a theme, is if not winning matchups for Iru, at least non-losing matchups for Iru. Iru's kit is simple. She's easy to learn, and she's easy to keep a mastery of, even without constant practice. But as long as you know how to play each opponent, it's really easy to have the upper hand. For example, the Suguri fight. Suguri is in this spot because Iru is the second boss of Suguri. So we get Suguri right now. Suguri, this is where we're going to want to use the traps more often, because AI Suguris, and a lot of human Suguris too, like to be aggressive with their melee. So, we're going to keep that at bay as best we can. We're going to position ourselves so that the trap is between us and the Sug as much as we can. Throw in bombs, and other than that, try to keep our distance if Suguri will let us, which if she's good, she won't. The best way to beat an Iru is to pressure her with well thought out but still constant melee pushes. That went really well, that's an easy yes. We're able to keep her at bay. She was honestly way too aggressive. You want to be aggressive with the Iru, but you want to plan it better than that. She was kind of constantly flinging herself at us. Nanako's definitely not going to do that. This is an excellent matchup for Iru, I would say. Because once you get out beyond a certain range, Nanako's bits really can't do anything to you. Nanako is best applied when she stays at mid-range, sort of keeps herself away from the opponent somewhat, but the bits surrounding them as best as she can. And a long-range character like Iru who stays away completely and kind of attack the Nana herself and not really be in danger of counterattack. All you've really got to do is watch out for hypers and react accordingly. While you can just pepper at her while she does nothing in response. She should really be closing in a bit. She doesn't want to. So we've taken like one hit. You can see we're still on our first health bar. Peppering her with moves. That hyper didn't come close to reaching us. We should have an easy time with this Nanako. She's finally closing in a bit, but it is far too late. Easy victory. And that's never going to be a good matchup for Nanako, but she definitely should not have let me just stay on the other end of the world. Kai is definitely not going to let me stay on the other end of the world. This is going to test my ability to place reactionary traps. That said, this is a scary matchup for Iru because it's going to force her to stay on her toes. However, as long as you keep your traps up, position yourself well, I wouldn't even say this is a bad matchup for Iru because the Kai is definitely more dependent on being close range than the Iru is on being long range. And even though a decent Kai won't let you stay in long range for any amount of time, you've got enough to shut her down that you can sort of live in the mid-range and position yourself against disasters like that to really limit the Kai from being able to get the pushes that she wants to get. I do recommend always keeping at least one charge of Hyper on hand or shield, because just with her raw aggression in this matchup, Kai is always going to find a couple of ways to get through. So you're going to want to shut that down if it happens. But as long as you try and keep in mind to always have a trap up, especially an AI Kai is going to be all too happy to just run it for you and beat herself like that one did. So Iru Kyoko. This is a matchup that can easily end timeout. Kyoko has an ice barrier. I hope she plays it. Yeah, that one right there, the flat one. If I were to shoot a laser at that, it would reflect it right back at me. Because of that, and because of the nature of the ice barriers in general, your main form of attack as an Iru against Kyoko is going to be bombs. I'm going to be spamming the B button here. Almost everything I shoot is going to be a bomb. Otherwise, it'll be a Hyper, because it's simply the most effective way to deal with Kyokos. This is another matchup that I would much rather beat the Iru in because of the fact that Kyoko's really got no answer bombs. It's boring, it may not get through if she's adept enough at keeping barriers, but in the meantime, there's not much she can do to me. So this should be a matchup that's easy to get the upper hand at. If I were this Kyoko, honestly, I would probably be trying to make a couple of melee pushes here. Kyoko's melee has deceptive range, while Iru would be forced to throw up traps to keep it at bay. At least it would be something. Unfortunately, is just never going to be that entertaining of a matchup. These are two very passive, long-distance characters. I can at least try to show off this Hyper. Iru's best Hyper by far, I think, is the laser beam, which, I don't know if I brought this up, but I guess I'll show it off here. This laser is unique in that Iru can actually aim it after she's deployed it. Suguri, Hime, other characters with giant laser beam Hypers are static, but Iru can aim hers. It really only protects against whiffing. If you whiff, you can at least aim it so that you clip your opponent. Oh, she's close. See if we avoided. Yeah, okay. By 5 seconds, we avoided timeout. If the time expires, the character with more health wins, so I would have won that comfortably, but timeouts are boring. I like to avoid them if I can. So Hime is always going to be your final opponent in arcade mode, unless you are Hime yourself. And this is a matchup, if Iru has a losing matchup, this is it. Hime can range almost as well as Iru. I still recommend ranging in this matchup, I think. But because Hime's melee is that chain, has very good range for melee, it's really hard to keep her at bay with the traps. So you want to pepper her with pretty much everything. Hime can respond better than any other character. But as long as you're on your toes, use your Hypers well, keep some shield in case things go hairy. Try not to even let her get too close. You can certainly manage. But she's a boss for a reason. Hime is quite good. Just immediately shielded out of that Hyper. There we go. Got a little bit of combo on her. Alright, I think we got this. She is not closing in as much as bot Hime's tend to. Every now and then she gets this look in her eye and she just, you know, she's gonna run up and try and chains you into oblivion. This one's being a little nice. There we have it. That is arcade mode. Not the best of scores, but... Oh, hello? Okay. We're fighting Sora. This actually... I wasn't expecting this. I'm not sure when this happens. He may typically the end, but, we triggered Sora somehow. Sora's the secret character in this game. This was kind of like Roy in Melee. This was actually the game that revealed her. She would later get her own game. But she was teased in Acceleration of Suguri. She's much like Suguri. She's like a slower, more powerful Suguri. She's got melee, she's got some range. Honestly, Sora's greatest strength to me is her bomb game. Her bomb game is very good. And I guess if she wants to slap me with her sword, I should be throwing traps, shouldn't I? I guess we did well enough that we triggered this. I'm not sure why we're fighting Sora here. But, yeah, this matchup is much like Iru Suguri, I guess, because of Sora's similarities to Suguri. But I would say because Suguri is faster, I would probably fear her more than Sora as Iru. At least when Sora tries to do something, she gives a little bit of warning. You can see it coming. If you don't do anything about it, it's going to hurt more. But you've definitely got more opportunities to stop it. So, yeah, even though we didn't know we were doing that, we got through it. There we are. We can actually skip the credits this time. Oh, Rinkin. I'm going to call her Green, because she's very green and very good. Iru was, by a factor of many years, the last of the Suguri bosses to be added to 100% orange juice. Don't know why. Bothers me greatly. I like Iru. Fruit Bat Factory apparently doesn't, but that's their problem. So, that is it for the gameplay. However, when you clear arcade mode as a character for the first time, you get an extra story about them. Now this is kind of a reward, so if you didn't want to spoil yourself on it, unlock it yourself and read it, I would understand. But at the end of each of these arcade runs for a character that does have a story, I am going to read it. So, here comes Iru's. We've been living on this planet for a while now. There was a little trouble at first, like language barriers and cultural differences, so it wasn't a totally smooth ride. Everyone worked hard to become friends, though, so things got better in no time at all. Nowadays, everyone gets along, and I'm having fun living here. Hey gang, what should we do today? Today's a holiday, and the sun's shining brightly outside. It's a very feel-good day. On days like this, there's always lots of kids going outside to play. At times like these, I like to join in too, and spend the day just having fun. Iru, teach us another new game today. That's what the boys I was playing with today said to me. I'm the one who knows the most different games out of anyone here, really. I'm not sure if I should feel proud or a bit embarrassed. There's not much of a difference between the two sometimes. Well, I'm happy everyone's here today, so I'll try to teach them a great game either way. Everyone understand the rules? Yes, yes! It feels great when I hear them respond so cheerfully. Okay then, I'm the monster. Quick, hurry up and find good places to hide. If I find you, I'll take away today's snacks. Today's game is Hide and Seek Gamble. It's a great game, and the betting aspect makes it even more fun than usual. It's just ordinary hide and seek besides that, but there's a lot more tension. Today, everyone's betting their daily snacks. I'm the monster, so if I can find all the kids after they hide, I'll get their snacks. If I can't find any of them, I have to give them twice as many snacks. In a nutshell, this game is truly a case of heaven or hell for the kids. Not like I really plan to take their snacks away, even if I win, though. I figured it was just about time to start looking when suddenly... Hey, everyone! I made cookies. Saki, a girl with orange hair, arrived on the field with freshly baked cookies. Saki's cookies? The children quickly completely forgot about the game and rushed out of their carefully thought out hiding spots, gathering around Saki. Wow, there's no need to rush. There's enough cookies for all of you. Saki looked a bit bewildered surrounded by the kids, but she happily handed out cookies one after another. They looked so happy eating their cookies. As I watched, I can't help but sigh. There's no competing with those cookies. Maybe I was just a bit shocked at how easily the cookies stole the kids away from me. I laid down under a tree. I realized I was holding one of Saki's cookies in my hand, so I shoved it into my mouth. It tastes good. I guess there's no use worrying about it. I can't help it, though. I'm jealous. While I was chewing, my mind started to wander. Wait a sec. I like cookies a lot. Maybe I could get to know everyone better if I learned to make things like this. What if I could make something like this myself? That's it. I've got to make cookies too. I don't know the first thing about making cookies, but all I've got to do is ask Saki. If I can learn to make delicious cookies, Saki will never beat me like that again. Huh? Well, I guess it's weird to look at it like this. Still, if I'm going to be friends with everyone, I've got to hang in there. When the next holiday arrived, I asked Saki to teach me how to make cookies. You want to make cookies too, Iru? Okay, sure. Let's make some together. Saki smiled brightly and said she'd teach me how to make them. But somehow, making cookies was a lot harder than I'd imagined. The real trouble is that making cookies involves several things I'm terrible at doing, like taking detailed measurements or baking for a very specific amount of time. Saki performs these tasks quickly and easily at her own pace. She started to leave me behind, but I did my best and didn't give up. My goal was simply to finish instead of worrying about the details. Ultimately, the result was a mysterious gelatinous cookie? It's weird. We were making the same thing, but Saki ended up with cookies while I made this jelly-like substance. I'm not sure how this happened. I worked hard, though, and we shouldn't waste food. I went ahead and gave it a try. Ugh. Saki didn't want to waste it either, so she brought the terrible spoon to her mouth. Our faces froze. It was powdery, thick, and strangely warm. There was barely any sweetness at all. To be honest, it wasn't good enough to call food. Saki, I'm sorry. It's always like this at first. It's okay. Let's try again. Even with tears in her eyes, Saki smiled and cheered me up. Wow, she's so nice, even after I made her eat something so horrible. Okay, I'm going to do as Saki says. Next time, I'll do my best to make delicious cookies for everyone. By the way, about the jelly, Nanako ended up eating it all for us, complaining all the while. So, on the next holiday, I stood in the kitchen determined not to fail. Saki said she was behind me all the way, so today I should finally be able to make delicious cookies. I mixed all the ingredients together in the exact amount Saki told me, at the exact speed Saki told me. Well, that's impossible, but I did my best on each task in hopes of making some good cookies, even if I wasn't as good as Saki. Iru, what are you doing? A boy was looking at me from outside the kitchen window. I'm kind of busy right now. I try to keep my eyes on the cookies as I reply. Hey, let's play a game. The boy calls out to me, sounding bored. I'm sorry, not today. Let's play again some other time, okay? I feel sorry for him, but I just can't leave. Not if I'm going to make delicious cookies. All right. The boy nodded slightly and went away from the window. Iru, is everything okay? Right now, I just want to get this right. I can still make that boy happy, as long as I give him a delicious cookie. A little while later, somehow I'd completed something that at least resembled normal cookies. Well, I used a mold, so they kept their shape. I wonder how they taste. Saki and I turned to each other and put a cookie in our mouths at the same time. This, this is all right. This time, it actually tastes like the cookie. Iru, you really did it. Yes, I did. Saki, thank you. These are the kind of real cookies I couldn't have imagined making last time. They were so normal that I doubt I really made them myself. After all, Saki was showing me how to do everything. All right, this should make all of the kids happy. I wouldn't be so sure about that. Oh, Kyoko? Suddenly, Kyoko was standing behind us, taking a cookie as she spoke. While you were making these cookies, the children had nothing to do, said Kyoko, chewing and talking at the same time. Of course they had nothing to do. The person who's best at playing games and having a good time wasn't there. This time it was Nanako who took a cookie from the plate. I wasn't there. So they were bored? I thought that if I brought them cookies, everyone would... Sure, they taste better compared to before, but it's best to let Saki take care of things like this. Everyone's good at different things. You're good at games, Saki is good at making cookies. Both of these things make the children happy, so why can't we just do what we're good at? What I'm good at is games, and that makes the kids happy? Well, in that case... Furthermore, sometimes when you try too hard, it doesn't go well. The two of them said this, taking one cookie after another. Kyoko, Nanako, you're eating too many. After all the work Iru did to make these okay for everyone. No, Saki, it's okay. I understand now. It was strange for me to think about winning or losing to cookies. I should have just made friends with everyone in my own fun way. Realizing this, I could no longer keep myself still. I'm going to where everyone else is. I rushed to where everyone was at, and I said I was sorry for making them wait. Let's play another great game today. If Saki brings cookies, I'll eat them along with everyone else. That way, when I reached the playground, the children gathered around me just like they did when Saki brought those cookies. Iru, will you play with us? Sure, I'm sorry I'm so late. Let's play an amazing game today. Hearing that, everyone's eyes began to sparkle. Okay, I'll be together with everyone else in my own way. That way, we can be friends and have fun together always. That's Iru's story. I hope you liked it. I really do. Iru's one of my favorite characters, and that story is no small reason why. Thank you for watching Iru Arcade and Story. Next time, we will play Arcade as someone else. Huzzah!